Andy is our next panelist, and he's going to help us understand what we can do to make our hardware and our software robust and reliable, because we're all home working more and we need to protect ourselves. So thank you, Andy.
Thank you, Julia. Afternoon, everybody. I'm going to start on the theme of reducing the money we spend, and I'm probably going to finish on a theme of spending more, but for good reason. So technology can actually offer an alternative to most of the situations we used to experience in the real world. But it's very, very easy to end up spending way more than you need to. And not just that, but you end up with lots of IT bits that actually don't work very well together. Add to that GDPR and your obligations to keep data secure. And the last thing you want to be doing is spreading your business data and your customers' data far and wide. So be really cautious before you sort of spend any knee-jerk money on IT solutions to get through this difficult time. There are huge price differences between different solutions available. And it's way, way too easy to spend much more than you think. If we take video conferencing as a popular example these days, for some people, the free versions are absolutely fine. For others, and if you want to do webinars, you need to spend some money to do it. But think carefully before you listen to what everyone says. Oh, I use Zoom, or I use Teams or Powwow now. Make sure that you speak to someone who can really just understand a little bit about what you want to do with it, because that's what will drive how much you need to spend. And as I said, for many people with one-to-one discussions with clients, you don't need to spend anything. The second point for me is a very emotive point, but the bad guys, the cyber criminals, love to take advantage of people when emotions are running high. And most of us have emotions running high at the moment. So for the bad guys, COVID-19 is like all of their Christmases have come at once. Now more than ever, you really need to keep not just your personal information, but your GDPR, your customer sensitive data and cybersecurity at the front of your mind in whatever it is you're doing. There are some basic steps. I'll happily publish them afterwards for everyone to see. But it's in short, it's about using password protection. It's about encrypting your hard drives. It's about recognizing that when you work from home, your home machine is probably not as secure as the machines you might be used to using at work or in a work environment. We know of lots of home devices running out-of-date operating systems and software. And one of the key things you can do is keep operating systems and software up to date and run reputable antivirus software. Even if you're a Mac user, no longer are Macs immune from cyber attack. You must be running antivirus. Again, even if it's a free one from AVG or Avast or whoever you use as a reputable antivirus provider, make sure it's running on your home machines. And there'll be some other hints and tips there in the pack that we hand out. Not all of us are going to be in the situation where we're frantically panicking at the moment. Some of us have some money and some of us have a lot of time on our hands. And it's a really good time, if your business has dropped off a cliff, to think ahead and be prepared for when things do kick back into life. Because everyone else has said things will kick back into life and we need to be ready to deal with them when they do. As a growing business, you learn to live with IT problems. But these IT problems just steal your time, they steal your sanity, and they stop you doing the business things that we all know we should be doing, the things that should be important to you. And you won't be wanting that kind of hassle again when business picks up. You want to have the ability to focus on rebuilding your sales and getting the bank account topped up again. So 3 things that I would recommend at this time. Firstly, keep the number of different systems or tools, IT tools that you use, to a minimum. Work out what it is you need to do as a business, work out how IT can support you, but don't go buying a different tool for each thing, because you'll end up with a mishmash that doesn't work very well together. Start with the tools that support the most important parts of your business. and then look to fill the gaps around if there are any left. A good starting point is to choose a tool for managing your business administration. And for most people, that means Office 365 or G Suite. And then 1 or 2 tools to manage your customer activity. For example, a CRM and an email marketing tool. So if I was starting to map out the IT for a business, preparing for the next stage, that's the place I'd start. Sorry, Julia, I went 15 seconds over, but I'll stop there. You're still on mute. You're still on mute, Julia.
Yeah, I know. I was getting so excited, Andy, about CRMs and email delivery systems that I lost my mouse. Thank you, Andy. Brilliant advice there. Absolutely brilliant. And it's my part now, which is so sort of going into panelist rather than host. So really supporting so much of what Andy has said in that. Thank you.